It is just about 12 minutes after 9. Right now, more than 6 million Americans are living with Alzheimer's disease. Of course, that diagnosis is really tough on victims and their families. Happening this Saturday, the Walk to End Alzheimer's, taking place at the Battery at Truist Park. Joining us this morning to talk about that is John Michael Roley. He's a part of the committee for the Walk to End Alzheimer's Atlanta, and also you work at a memory care center. So good to see you this morning to talk about a really important issue.
Great to be here. Thanks for having us.
We mentioned that you want all millennials to join this walk. Why is it so important? Because sometimes we think, oh, it's something that impacts someone who's a little bit older.
Well, and the diagnosis itself certainly does, but the impact amongst families and who that trickles down to just goes right to the millennial generation that are seeing our parents care for our grandparents with the disease. And I started the team named Millennials with that play on millennial 4 or 5 years ago, with the hope of one day seeing a huge team of all of us millennial generations out here supporting a cause that hopefully our kids won't have to know how to care for us through this.
But you deal with it, I mean, you see it firsthand.
Yes.
Can you talk about that a little bit, about, you know, what you see the family members going through?
Absolutely. So in my day-to-day profession with Hardest Buckhead, we're independent living, assisted, and memory care. So we see families coming in just right after that recent diagnosis and wanting some support and just knowing their staff around to keep them safe, and then all the way through that full-grown progression of the diagnosis and moving directly into our memory care community and the struggles of remembering who their spouse is or their there's nothing. My favorite is working with that husband who's done his very best to care for his wife at home, and we're celebrating a birthday this coming up weekend with a loved one who's not quite ready to move but needs a restaurant that understands what his wife is going through. So we're giving them that birthday celebration.
That's wonderful, because it's really tough, you know, when you sort of little by little by little by little start to lose that family member in one way or the other, right?
It is, and remembering that, you know, behind the diagnosis, that person is still in there, and maybe we're not driving ourselves anymore, but that sports car we love to cruise in, how can we give them that drive? Or mom's not cooking her Thanksgiving recipes anymore, but we can continue that on for her and figure out how they can do what they used to.
So
what they know.
What are you hoping to accomplish with the walk? What do you want people to kind of, you know, obviously you want to raise money.
Absolutely, and we're at 61% of goal. We've
That's fabulous.
raised a percent since I drove in this morning.
That's great. What else do you want really for people to take away from that walk?
Awareness and just understanding that you're not alone. So 8 a.m. is arrival time, 8:30 is the opening ceremony, and there's videos of everyone holding their flowers and the ceremony of acknowledging what each color stands for, and one by one seeing the group raise those flowers, and just solidarity as a whole. We have loved ones, family members who come out to walk that aren't ready to talk about it, but being there and seeing I'm not alone, and then that the conversation continues.
Talk about those flowers. I wasn't aware of that. Talk about what that means.
Yes, so our Promise Garden flowers, the purple, orange, yellow, and blue. Blue is for someone living with the disease, so Saturday when you see someone holding that blue flower, you know that they are on their Alzheimer's dementia journey.
Okay.
And all the others having a tie to the cause, so whether you're just supporting a world without Alzheimer's, a caregiver directly yourself, and then having lost someone to the disease as well. You
know, you were talking about the goal, the financial goal that you're after. It's really incredible how far we've come with what we know about dementia and about Alzheimer's and about our memories. And so that money is really going toward that research and going toward the support that these family members need too.
Absolutely, the programs and services, and that's our biggest thing as a committee, educating why we walk so that these programs and services and support groups can be had throughout town. And all over Georgia, there's 20 walks total. Atlanta is the largest. And here in our city, just the demographics of Atlanta, we see those who are impacted most with the disease. So again, spreading awareness that the Alzheimer's Association has services in place, support groups for the spouse and for the person living with the disease or that family caregiver, and as well as just general education, coming to a setting like this and talking with your news team and educating on signs to be aware of. And all of that's made possible with the funds raised.
You know what, maybe in just a few minutes we were talking that number ticked up a little bit more.
Hopefully. And one thing to mention for sure is
Yes.
the 800 hotline. That's
Okay.
365, 24/7, trained professionals. So that was something I learned as a volunteer coming in. This is my 7th year on the committee, and just realized in the last year that it's not volunteers answering that hotline at 3 a.m. It is trained clinical professionals that know exactly what you're going through.
You are not alone. That's a key message. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
you being here. Again, that walk takes place this Saturday. It's November 5th at the Battery at Truist Park. You can download the free Atlanta News First app for more information and also to learn how to sign up. And Ella, we are just counting on good weather. I know you're talking about some changes for the weekend. Can we get a good day in?
Yeah, you know, 8:30 on Saturday, it'll be 65 degrees outside. It'll feel great, and it will not be raining, so that is fantastic.